Okay, so your session has been booked in CILC. All right, here's the next step. You need to figure out, you'll get an email from CILC from the provider confirming the session. Okay, sometimes a provider doesn't send the confirmation until about a week before. But if you need to know how the provider connects, just send me a text and I'll let you know. So in this case, it's the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. When you booked it, you asked for their Zoom room, which is totally fine. If the provider connects through their Zoom room, that's it. You're done. That's all you have to do. Okay. But if the provider connects with an IP address, they give you an IP address, then what you need to do is create a bridge and bridge from the provider's IP address to your Zoom room, because Michael has created a Zoom room for you with KPDSB. So for this case, I'm just going to pretend that Cleveland connects through an IP address so I can show you what to do if that happens. Okay, so it's the session. It's the session about stress down, you are stressing me out. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to this website called TMS. And to get there, it's cn-tms.connectednorth.org/TMS. The address is right up here. Okay. What I do is I just keep it as a bookmark on my browser. There's some special things that need to be set up on your computer in order for you to access the TMS, because it's a Taking It Global network. We need to allow you access to our network. So I'll set that up for you when we meet. But for now, this is how you book with the TMS. So we're just setting up a bridge. That's all we're doing here. So we're going to go new conference. Perfect. We're going to put the session title, which is Stress Down. And we're going to put the name of the teacher. And we're going to put the name of the school. Okay. It's really important that you put the teacher's name, because down the road, by the time you get to the session, you may have forgotten who booked it. And when you have the name there, it's easy to reference it. Then you're going to put the date in, which is April 6th is when we booked that session. Perfect. And we booked the session for 2 o'clock Central. But what you need to know is that 2 o'clock Central, everything in the TMS is booked in Eastern time as well. So you need to book it in Eastern time. So if it's 2 o'clock Central, we're going to call it 3 o'clock Eastern. Oops, we don't actually have to put Eastern. You could actually use the 24-hour clock as well. Okay. And usually I book it for an hour and a quarter. Okay, so now we're creating the bridge. So you're going to add the people to the bridge. So we're going to bridge the provider and we're going to bridge your Zoom room, because Zoom is how your school will connect. So we're going to go add participants. Okay, and it will have a pop-up window. So make sure you allow pop-ups. You might have to go in and allow pop-ups. Okay, so we're going to go to external and we're going to dial out to the provider, to their IP address. So you're going to click on dial out. Okay, and then in here, we're going to put the SIP dial in. So the provider is going to give you an IP address. Okay, so you put in the number that they give you, which is their IP address, and then you need to finish it with @ip.local. Okay, and then you're going to click this little arrow and add that participant. Okay, there it is there. And then you're going to add your Zoom room. Okay, so to add a Zoom room, okay, I have my Zoom room saved here, so I will do the same thing for you when I come in the TMS. So you just click on the Zoom room, which is Katie's Zoom room. It'll be Red Lake Zoom room. You're going to move that over. So now basically you've created a bridge. You've got your Zoom room and the IP address, okay? So this bridge will dial out to the Cleveland Museum, and it will also connect with the Zoom room. That's it. And if for some reason you maybe want another school to join, okay, what you might want to do is just create an extra dial in, okay? And you don't have to do anything here. Just click dial in and add an extra dial in. And that way, if another school wants to connect, they can. Just so you know, though, you do need to let the providers know when you want to add another school, because the providers like to know that information. I don't know why it won't let me. Okay, so then you're going to push OK. Okay, then it's going to add those participants to your conference. Excellent. And you're going to hit Save Conference. And now you've created a bridge from the IP address of the provider to your Zoom room. I've added it to my Zoom room at the moment, but normally you would put your Zoom room in. Okay, and then what it's going to do is it's going to give you a Cisco dial-in, which you don't need to worry about. And this is the Zoom room address, and then it will also link to the IP address of the provider, which is here. So that's basically it. I'm actually going to delete this conference.